Video, man, NBA 2K20 episode 70, 74. Listen to this video, y'all. We're gonna get to the Detroit Pistons, boy. Savage, savage. We're on the 69 game winning streak, bro.
Welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, this is the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight the Los Angeles Lakers squaring off against the Detroit Pistons at Little Caesars Arena. And guys, for the Pistons, they've been a very competitive team this season, more so than it might appear when you look at the standings and see they're 18 games back at the top spot. And a look at Andre Drummond, more career.
Lakers versus the Detroit Pistons.
Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark.
We back at it again. We back at it again. We back in action with the fruit. Hold up. Why the meter always on?
Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, guys, for all of the star power Blake Griffin had when he was in Los Angeles, it was tough for him to be the leader of the Clippers. There were bigger voices in the locker room, such as CP3 and Doc Rivers. But Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said, in Detroit, he's definitely the leader. When he speaks, everybody listens. This is his team. Kevin?
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Williams.
Yeah, and looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron James is out there with Beasley. Then there's Prez. Then there's Smooth. And it's Davis in at the center position. And for Detroit, Jackson and Kennard pair up at the 1 and the 2. At the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. And it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Here's Smooth, guarded by Jackson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree.
Oh, you lucky I didn't steal that.
Part of what you have to
I could have stole that.
Forward and be successful.
And Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul.
Stop setting screens, bro.
That's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
And stop setting screens, bro. Dang, that gets on my nerves.
Jackson. turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. Just 5 to shoot. A 3. The Lakers with the rebound. Here's Smooth. And he lays it straight in.
Oh, do it, don't.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Griffin. 24-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And he also controlled the backcourt as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
And the Lakers decide to take their first timeout here.
Bro, stop calling timeouts at 11 minutes, bro.
To see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
Here's Smooth. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
And the Pistons with possession here after the basket by the Lakers. Here's Jackson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And with Griffin, look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. Makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
Smooth check in for the Lakers. Los Angeles calls timeout. The Lakers with the ball.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
And Michael Beasley picks up the foul. Los Angeles on D. It's a 3-point game. Here's Snell. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know,
Dishes it to Jackson. They get it again.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebound.
Here's Smooth. And Griffin sends it back. Shoots. Smooth. Rebound Andre Drummond.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
On the wing, Jackson lets the 3 fly. The Lakers with the rebound. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They found their rhythm and kept piling it on. And a huge boost of confidence on the road for sure.
Griffin passes to Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. The pass to Drummond. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Smooth, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. The Pistons have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Well, with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. And actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can, I think that's a good point.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, this hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Jackson has the open look. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. 8 points for Reggie Jackson.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
To the wing right side. Here's Snell. Passes it to Drummond. And the rejection by LeBron.
LeBron, one of those players who gets fired up by defense as much as offense, and that block.
That was a strong dunk.
Get dunked on, boy.
Highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Kennard, the pass to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the word is they challenge each other, guys. I mean, each and every one of them to improve their free throw shooting in the offseason. Held each other accountable in that area. And now you see the results individually and as a whole.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. We've seen Smooth really having a great game.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
Pistons trail by 5. Outside Rose. Inside. Here's Drummond. That one, no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Beasley kicks to James. With the shot. That one a little long.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Rose gets a wide open look. Gets an open look and hits. Los Angeles leading by 3. Trez with the ball. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte. And that one drops. Smooth's got 23.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And now a look at Blake Griffin. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run, averaging 23 points per game, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. Well, you know that he can put points up in a hurry, and he leads this team in scoring.
Yeah, you know, I think he's got a great sense of how to keep their offense going and being productive. If somebody else is having an off night, then he kind of steps in and fills the gap. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there.
No, I did not mean to take that, but
all right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
He knows how to run a team, guys, and facilitate accordingly. Rose makes those around him better.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Great D that time from Davis.
And the activity he shows around the rim.
Oh, watch out below. Come on now. Throw it down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now Rose. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. And he jams it with authority.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on.
How many dunks he got so far, bro? He got 8 dunks. Yeah, boy. And he got 6 steals.
On the ropes early, you love that. If you're on that side of the scoreboard,
quit playing me. Stop doing that. That's a backcourt, boy.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
Looking at who's out there now for the pick.
With the hard swing, boy. Quit playing.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
Stop doing that, bro. How? How did he?
They get a hand on it. Now here's Rose. 9 points last game. To end the run.
No, this man doing stub backs.
James pulls it down.
Right.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that. And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Rose passes to Kennard.
You get that, boy.
Here's Smooth. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stump.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
Here's Rose, and the rejection by Cousins.
You just can't get those kinds of shots past Cousins. When he's in the area, he's really good at getting a hand on the ball.
On the wing, James. Trying to get open is Davis. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Here's Smooth. Oh, wow. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Wood kicks to Rose. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
You didn't think Rose would back down from some contact now, did you guys? Playing with a high level of intensity.
There's the lob to Prez. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And the definition of teamwork right there
Too
on
good.
that alley-oop.
Too
Hey, Greg,
good,
what about
man.
the finish? Bringing it down with some
Man,
thunder.
y'all trash. Y'all keep
I'll tell
getting
you what, I think the pass was
trash,
even better.
boy.
I mean, that was room service
quit. Oh,
delivery
you lucky I
at
didn't
its
get that ball.
finest.
You get
It's
that.
tipped. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And there it is for him. Smooth's got 43 points.
You know, they're looking good, really good right now because of him. He seized this game by the throat, and he's squeezing hard.
Rose passes to Kennard. Here's Wood. Lets a floater go. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Smooth, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. To the inside, Morris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team.
The hard swing, dude. Quit playing
Boy,
with
you're
me,
playing
man.
with fire. Anytime you leave somebody open on James' team, I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Detroit's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Rose passes to Wood. Pass to Doumbouya. 4 on the clock. The shot from the low post is good.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Got those ankles, boy.
Jacks up a 3.
Dang.
And
Oh,
so
you
it's the
lucky.
Los Angeles Lakers holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this.
Get that over there, boy.
Well, you see a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards
That's not
to
a
the
foul,
personal
bro. What
foul,
you mean?
seeing if that was the right
That's,
call.
nah, that's not a foul, bro.
And this is the time
Told
now
you,
where
boy.
the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Smooth checked in for Williams. Pass to Jackson. And the foul called on Prez. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Here's Wood. Over in the corner, Rose. 6 to shoot. Jackson from long range.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Los Angeles leading by 20. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Monday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And for the matchup with the Rockets, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Timeout called the Lakers. But there are a lot of great playmakers in this NBA that sometimes we don't talk about or under the radar.
Yeah, there are. Again, there's so many outstanding players in a league of 30 teams, but you know, Drew Holiday has been outstanding as a big playmaking guard, as good scoring the ball as he is playmaking. Draymond Green, not a guard, but makes decisions and passes the ball like a high-level guard, and is extremely valuable in that Warriors attack. A little bit undervalued for their ability to make their teammates better.
Good point. Both shots good from the stripe. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Pistons, trailing by 19. Morris outside. Rose passes to Doumbouya. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go. Rose can't hit. Lakers leading by 19. Here's Smooth.
Perfect release, boy.
Scoring machine here. Sinks the triple.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Well, the suitors didn't jump out full throttle to sign Cousins in this past free agency. Still wary of his health. Ended up having to take another one-year contract, this time with the Lakers. Cousins, though, still hoping to show he's a franchise caliber player.
Rose kicks to Morris. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And here is Doumbouya. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Prez. Shoots it up. Jackson misses. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter. So let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. Down low, got a piece of it. Howard with the steal, and it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Prez, and the pass is Smooth. Yet another bucket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Playing some good defense out here, boy.
Jackson.
That's Clarence. That's Clarence, boy.
Doumbouya with it. Here's Wood. 5 to shoot.
Get that out here, boy.
Tipped.
You dog.
Here's Prez.
Perfect release, boy.
In Los Angeles.
And with the lead,
Perfect
I like the
release.
strategy
Y'all
here.
can't guard
Continue
us.
to get the ball to
Y'all
guys
can't.
who
Y'all
can do
trash.
something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Got a piece of it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Prez.
And he hasn't been making as much of an impact with his defense as he had been earlier in the season. Steal numbers have dropped off in the past 5 games. He'll need to put a lot more effort into his defense here tonight.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Here's LeBron. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. James has got his second bucket of the night.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
And it's sent back by Howard.
Get that weak stuff out of here around Howard. Return to sender is what he stamped that one with.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. A different look here for Detroit. Drummond's checked in for Morris. Blake Griffin comes in for Christian Wood. And Tony Snell subbed in for Doumbouya. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Rose up on top. He has 6. Passes it to Snell. Shot to stop the run. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Snell's got 7 points.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Yep, it counts.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Detroit's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. From past the arc.
Nope.
The rebound by the Lakers. LeBron's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight, and he makes that one. Smooth's got 58.
Boy, it feels like we're tallying every assist, every point, all part of LeBron's expansive legacy.
Pass to Griffin. Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Perez. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Smooth, and another one falls. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Detroit. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Wow.
That was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Good.
And how about Griffin continuing to own the paint? A fantastic power forward with good touch from there.
Pass to Smooth. And that one hits back iron. Detroit's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them.
That's claims, boy.
Outside Jackson. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And I like the timing, Kevin, that Drummond has on these alley-oops. That's not as easy as he makes it look. He knows precisely when to leave the ground to receive the pass and finish it off. You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. He's been absolutely relentless.
Goes up at the stripe, and the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
What this do?
Back to Jackson, pulls it up. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And yes, it's good. 65 points for Smooth.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Rose dishes to Griffin. They double-team Griffin. Jackson up top. 20 points for him, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Let's go, bro.
A lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying it. If you're moving your lower upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that set of screen is illegal.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's Smooth. The shot misses. Good D by Drummond. Now Detroit. It up. Griffin with the ball. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Howard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Moves back up. Now the feed to Beasley. Rose with the double team. Prez passes to Smooth. Just 5 on the clock. Beasley. A second chance effort. Bucket is good. And that's now 9 points for Prez.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
Detroit making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. And then for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's Anthony Davis in for LeBron. Here's Jackson. Softly drops in the floater. Jackson's got 25 points.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Kennard's shot is off. L.A. has gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Smooth. And yep, another basket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. The Lakers have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. Detroit's gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well.
Yeah, double team on me.
It's Kennard, top of the key. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
And the wide open shot from Griffin. Here's Drummond. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
He can't shoot free throws.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft. Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
He was both.
No good. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
There's the pass to Jackson. There's 1:47 left in the first half. Here's Drummond. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. And I've been impressed with the unselfishness. Also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
There's 1:26 left in the first half of basketball. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Oh, and the jam by Drummond.
Thrown down with force. Drummond with great feel around the rim. Now, usually he's one of the leading dunkers in the NBA because he doesn't waste any time or motion in there.
Here's Kennard. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And I love the fact that he didn't try to take on the defense by himself. Great pass on the move.
Pass to McGee. And stolen by Drummond. They push it up 4-on-3. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stump.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Snell finds Drummond.
Put that out there,
A piece
boy.
of it. And here is Prez, defended by Griffin. Here's Prez. Beasley right side. Fires the three. The offensive rebound, McGee. Here's Smooth. From deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Los Angeles on top, running away with it. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly, constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intention right from the start to pound it inside as much as possible. And I don't see them straying from that strategy in the second half. It's going to be another paint-based attack.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You take a look at Los Angeles. What a run they've had this year, in first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding.
You know, for Los Angeles, they're well above the position they were expected to be in at this stage. Now the question becomes, can they keep it up in the playoffs?
And I can't see any reason why they can. I mean, they've got to be considered one of the favorites to lift the trophy for me.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Beasley out there with Davis. Then there's Smooth. Then there's Prez. And it's LeBron in at the small forward position. Griffin's shot is off.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. And that dunk reverberated throughout this entire building.
It sure did. Up high and down hard on the windmill flush.
And you just know
Quit playing, that's the
going to
windmill.
have a big effect on this team. I mean, their blood has to be pumping after that one, and the heart rate racing a little faster, too.
To the middle. Here's Drummond. Oh, that's blocked.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
Good, he hits again.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Jackson with the bounce pass. 11 feet away. Drummond with another miss.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Here's Smooth and quick.
All right, hold on. No.
Jumps up. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. The 2K leaderboard shows us who the top assist men have been since the All-Star break. Well, you look at Prez, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists. And, of course, Smooth, just trailing him. He's another guy that knows how to get the ball to his teammates, Clark, in places that make them successful.
The highlight reel pass has become a calling card for both of these fellas since the halfway point.
Boy, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. But you look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Outside for Jackson. Griffin trying to get open. Jackson misses.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass. Nothing out of the ordinary there for LeBron. I mean, insane athleticism.
Now here's Jackson. Not a lot of room. There's the dish to Griffin. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 5 assists tonight.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. To the middle. Here's Kennard. And he banks in the layup. Kennard's got 6.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Prez. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of losing enthusiasm. That's what I've done." So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
Sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. For Detroit, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Down low. And stolen by Cousins. And here's the break. And James throws it down hard.
Another one of those special nights for LeBron. I mean, you know, if he sticks around till he's an older fella, that all-time scoring career mark, wow, might be in jeopardy. That's really a tough call. One you don't like to see, but it was called, and now he's got to really make sure that he's on top of his game here in regards to not picking up another foul. That was a fifth right there.
Wood is checked in for the Pistons.
I'm gonna foul him.
Rose comes in for Reggie Jackson.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Get that.
Back to Rose.
That fast situation. Yo, double team Derrick Rose, boy. You got double team him.
On Rose.
Yeah, double team him.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Will it go?
Nope.
That shot, no good. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. And that will be game 3 of 6 played away from home. Here's Prez.
No.
Rebounded by the Pistons. Griffin's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. In the corner, Snell with it. From the arc. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs, and plenty of micro-analysis to go around. But some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. And you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say. So you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful in some areas, but you have to balance it. There has to be a blend there. Take, for instance, shot blocking. Just because you don't block a shot, that sometimes can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. The number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
Wood kicks to Rose. Back to Wood. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Here's Goodall. Got a hand on it. All alone, and he dunks it down.
That's just an incredible find coming from the big man. No debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
Rose passes to Griffin. Trying to end the drought. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Davis. And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1 3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
Detroit making a switch. Two boys checked in. And the Lakers also making a change. Green's checked in.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
That's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Looking to get back on track here. And the basket by Rose. Rose has got 8 points.
You know, one of the things you can't allow Rose to do, guys, is to find his comfort zone from there, because he'll get into a rhythm and torch you.
Outside Griffin. And it's Cousins with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Markieff Morris is checked in for Detroit. Prez is checked in for Los Angeles. Count that one.
You know, you can't let Rose get this close, because when you do, he's going to cook you.
Los Angeles has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. To the inside, it's stolen by Morris. Knocked away, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Cousins. His last 10 games, he's averaging 3 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Outside Rose. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by LeBron. Here's Smooth. Prez. And it's Prez on the follow. He's got 13.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Fast breaks yield easy buckets, guys. They've made the most of their chances in that regard. The defense not able to get set. You get a running start to the rim, you should get a good number of scoring chances that way.
Morris outside. It's
Keep that on there, boy.
Second chance shot. Rose has got 6 in the quarter. The Lakers controlling the game. James outside. Off target from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
I didn't shoot that. I didn't.
Inside, here's Morris. The Lakers with the rebound. Cousins has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Smooth. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 6 assists in the game. LeBron James.
Shots at the rim. No wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And he gets it back. Outside Rose, poked away, and it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. And this, now a list of guys who can shoot it as well as they can pass it. The point guards with the highest shooting percentage in the NBA. Well, you look at Prez, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, Smooth, right on his tail.
As a point guard, you want to create the best possible shot every trip down the floor. And given the way these guys have shot the ball, you know, it's not a bad idea every now and then for them to go it alone.
Well, you know they're not going to do that, though. I mean, even as deadly as they are from the field, they're always looking to set up their teammates first.
Morris kicks to Kennard. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Kennard's got 9.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Here's Smooth. They get it back, and that one's good by Davis.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Double team on Rose to the inside. Doumbouya, and the jam by Doumbouya.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
I tell you what, you've got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man from attacking.
And Greg, even then, he might just go over it. Check out the elevation he gets here. My goodness.
Boy, I can't get enough of that, guys. I mean, he is a true rim wrecker.
Wood passes to Kennard. He kicks it to Rose. 5 on the clock. From deep range, but he stays with it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Drummond's checked in for the Pistons. Reggie Jackson comes in for Luke Kennard. The Lakers also changing it up. JaVale McGee's checked in for Cousins. Howard comes in for Davis. And it's Beasley in for LeBron. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
The free throw drops for Rose.
Well, I tell you what, this guy gives you everything he's got when he's out there. And that's what you love about Derrick Rose, how fierce he is as a competitor.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
44 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Morris. Kicks to Jackson. Back to Morris. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
And finished off by Prez.
Oh, you've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Now here's Jackson. D right on him, and they double up Jackson. Pass to Drummond. The Pistons working the ball around now. And Jackson throws it down hard.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Here's Smooth, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Los Angeles, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. Back to the action after this word.
Boy, you thought he was about to dunk that, Andre Drummond. Get that weak stuff out of it. Get that out of there.
Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Commit. We got to get down and get engaged until the end. All right, Beast Poseidon.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand.
On a hashtag.
Los Angeles has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. We've got Brown. Doumbouya is out there with Maker. Then there's Frazier. And it's Galloway in at the 2. That's the group for Detroit right now.
I'll be back, yo. I'm back, y'all. Let's do this, bro.
Yeah, he's not a bad shooter from distance, so you give Mbah a Moute some room and he'll knock it down.
Frazier against Rondo. It's stolen by Rondo. The pass to Mbah a Moute. And another three for the Lakers.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
Doumbouya passes to Maker. And stolen by Howard. Goes up. And Howard with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
I'll take that.
The shot by Rondo is
no
good.
Sleep,
Detroit's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. Clark, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about individual?
Smooth.
Players like
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on the championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem. But I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go
get that out with her, boy.
Number of guys who just weren't, for whatever reason, able to get
that weak stuff out with her, boy.
But had championship Hall of Fame careers.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Clock at 6. Maker kicks to Frazier.
Get that out with her, boy. Another block for my stats.
Here's Smooth. Here's McGee. Passes it to Smooth.
No. That's my stat. That's for my stats, bro. How many blocks he got? He got 5 blocks. Get that out of there, boy.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. A nice shot by Frazier.
He's starting to figure it out a little bit more. Dimes like this prove Maker knows how to find the open guy.
Smooth passes to Prez. Here's Smooth. Nails it from the high post.
What a competitor, Kevin. He's been looking for a shot all game long, and he's really shouldered the load for them offensively.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Howard with the steal. 3-on-3. Here's Smooth. Another bucket. Wow. That's 91. An incredible feat.
This is just flat out insane.
Now here's Frazier. Tight defense on him. Here's Maker. Second shot opportunity. No good. Shot missing. Excellent D from Howard.
Bro,
and so the ball
are you kidding me, bro?
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Yo, look at Frank Vogel. Alright, yo, how many, what? Oh. Plus 53. Look at those minus they got. And look at all the pluses. We got all the way.
Detroit's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Doumbouya kicks to Frazier. Lets it go from 11. Here's Doumbouya. And it's blocked. Here's Smooth. Another one goes. Incredible.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Here's Doumbouya. Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds.
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to
Get
bring
that
the
weak
ball
stuff
over
out
the
of the way.
line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game in my opinion.
Here's Smooth. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And, well, Detroit shooting 38% from the field. The lob to Brown. Unable to get that one.
Yeah, that
would be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Passes to Doumbouya to stop the drought.
Nope.
Rebound the Lakers. Here's Smooth. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
A nice shot by Frazier.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And Brown over to help. Smooth passes to Mbah a Moute. Here's Smooth. Again, Los Angeles.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Frazier the pass to Doumbouya. Here's Galloway. Another three for Detroit.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Pass to Mbah a Moute. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Detroit's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And it's Brown missing.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Fans are always trying to distract opposing players during free throws. Have you ever seen that work in an arena?
No, I think it's just a nice workout for the fans, Kevin, quite honestly. I mean, if a guy misses, it's not because the fans have gone crazy behind the basket. It's because he shot it left or right or short or long. It's not because of the fans being on top of him, at least in my opinion.
Right.
Well.
There's Galloway.
All right.
Pass to Doumbouya. Maker with the ball. He's guarded by Howard. Maker misses.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Now here's Frazier. Defense is right there. And there's the pass to Maker. Shoots over McGee. Maker misses.
And he's been way off the mark
Perfect
this quarter.
release, boy.
It's been ugly.
Drills it from outside.
Perfect release, boy.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Passes it to Doumbouya. There's Galloway. He kicks it to Maker. Shot clock at 5. To stop the run. And the shot is long. Los Angeles has gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Smooth. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Thon Maker for a couple years.
Yo.
Now the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
Knocks it loose. Here's Smooth. Frazier covering. And Galloway pulls it down. And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Brown dishes to Maker. Green against Frazier. Here's Galloway. Back to Frazier. From outside the arc. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound. McGee's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yep, he's their leading scorer, Kevin, in this game, and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
There's Galloway. Kicks to Maker. They could use a bucket. Rondo with the rebound.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
Smooth. And good. There's another.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Galloway, the pass to Maker. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Galloway taking his time here. Wood kicks to Maker. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. A shot by Frazier, no good.
Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
Nailed from three-point land.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Here's Galloway. Pass to Wood. Brown outside. Here's Galloway. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And this has been a beautiful thing to watch. This team all season long with a remarkable journey, including tonight. They'll now on 70 on the year.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. And now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Smooth.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Good.
1:27 left to play here in the fourth. And again, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Here's Galloway. Like the relationship between referees and players reaching a fever pitch. What can be done to smooth those waters and mend those fences?
Well, I think first and foremost, players have to give. Both sides have to give in this equation, but I think it's incumbent upon the players to accept and respect the position of the officials, and the officials have to also be willing to engage in interacting well with the players. It's a two-way street, but I think most of that is on the players because they have to control how they respond to officials more than officials have to respond to the players.
To the middle from 12 feet out, and got it. Another basket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Here's Smooth, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Now here's Frazier. He's tightly guarded.
Get there, boy.
Shot and game clock separated by 5.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
And out of bounds, game's possession.
Coming onto the floor for your Pistons, Boyan.
Here's Smooth.
Y'all gonna stop double teaming, bro.
Outside, Green. Here's Smooth. Connect.
Let's go, boy.
And this
At the buzzer. Quit playing me, boy.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
Hey, that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it.
At the buzzer. Quit playing with me, boy.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
It's been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Get out there, boy. Get that weak stuff out of there.
Yeah, homeboy out then back on road. I'm gone, come back then claim my throne. You mad, you broke, I'm on. We toast, West Coast, we brag, we boast. Then travel all across the globe, turn that loud as it goes. Been counting
Next game, we go against the
they bad, I know.
The Toronto Raptors. Go ahead, get you some. Get you some.
Just can't wait till I get me some. Go ahead, get you some. Yeah, man, just watch when I get me some. Go ahead, get you some. Yeah, get you some. Just can't wait till I get me some. Can't match my tribe. I don't know how he stay fly. My God, my vibe, more of a shrimp and a lobster guy. I may go check my mobster ties. No jive, both sides. No lies, stuff working the oversized. This point I'm way past over. Big dog can't override. Make sure my photo right. This cool, I'm no prototype. This swagger don't come overnight. Glad I found my growth. And in the event you trying to find some sauce, you already know you better
check my VC, boy.
Yeah. Man, just watch when I get me some.
Alright, I got that much. If y'all like this video, man, like and subscribe to the channel, bro. I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace, y'all.